57 Chevy. This is called Red Canyon. It's a beautiful canyon out here in Little Wyoming. I don't know if you can get a good picture of it, but I got Andy driving for me today. I'm taking a nap. We've made it about, what, a couple hundred miles out of our 500-mile journey this afternoon. It's really pretty country. Probably hard to see with all the bugs on the window, but. All right, we drove how many miles, Andy, today?
480, probably 500.
500 miles. This is my
pretty
friend.
close to 500. Yeah.
This is my friend Andy. I'm back on my home ground where I grew up. Right about, where was our treehouse at? Right out there?
Right about here.
Right here. We had a 3-story treehouse. This is the land I grew up on. This is my nephew. We're at his house coming to get a treasure that we found. I haven't even looked at it yet, so. 57 Chev. Is it a short bed then? We decided it was a short bed?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a short bed. Somebody's painted the dash, and doors was a blue color once upon a time.
I could find a bin on the thing.
It's right here on this plaque right here, Brent.
I just want to see if it fires. Got some gas in it.
Looks like a lot of work. Huh? So we're gonna see if it'll run. We don't know how long it's been sitting, but we're gonna find a battery and see if we got a terminal and see if we can pour some gas down it and make it fire up. I don't know, was this an aftermarket thing, these lights? I think it was, huh?
I bet so.
What am I getting myself into? This looks like a lot of work. Hold on. So, all right, so we got a battery on it. This is the vintage of the Pepsi can on the front seat.
Yeah,
So
those are cool.
that's,
Back when they're stealing had a full top.
what year was that? So
70s somewhere.
that's been a few days since this has been driven. Okay, so we got a battery on it, and Brent's gonna see if we can get something to happen here.
Try again.
Pretty dry sounding. Yeah, it's pretty slow.
I can dump a little gas down it if you want.
I don't think it has enough speed to fire, does it?
I don't either.
Huh?
I don't either.
Just pour it down for fun. See if
Turn
it'll
it
pop.
and then we'll see if it sparks.
Huh?
Turn it once more and we'll see if it sparks. See spark coming off the coil.
No spark coming off the coil?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Nope, no spark.
Yeah, it probably ain't worth our time right now. All right, let's get it neutral and then we can tow it up on that. Out there. All right, we're back on the road, heading back to Utah. We got our 57 on the trailer back there. Okay, we did it. Made a 1,000 miles trip in one day. We went to up to Cowley, Wyoming, picked up the 57, the second 57, and we got back. So we left yesterday at 6 a.m., went there, visited a little bit of family for just a minute, loaded up the truck and headed home. And it's definitely rough. It's been around. It's an old boy, but I think it's going to be fun. They've done some mods to it. They've reinforced the back end of this thing. It's pretty strong. They must have been towing with it pretty hard, but there's some pretty good solid modifications welded to the back of this bed. Pretty straight fenders. There's some dents here and there, but I think it's gonna be kind of fun. Today I'm gonna do a little will it start thing. We're gonna clean it up, check the oil, see what we can do to make something happen. Grabbed a burger and drove home. We got home last night about 2:30. I had a friend that lives next door over here ride with me, so the old Duramax was comfortable and the old Chevy followed along pretty good. Probably the fastest it's gone in 30 plus years. All right, we got a pair of jumper cables hooked up. We got a little bit of ether. We're gonna see if there's any chance this is gonna do anything. Go ahead and turn it over, see if it'll. Okay, stop. I know that ether's more potent than this gas, but I'm just gonna put the drip down the carburetor and see if I can move it up a little bit. But it started turning over a little faster. I don't know if we got any spark. We got oil. We checked the oil. So we pulled the dip. It didn't have a dipstick in it, so we pulled the dipstick out of the other engine out there. And look at that oil. That's pretty dang good looking oil for 1976 is when this thing was run last, it looks like, from what we're seeing on the registration. All right, I'm gonna put another jumper on so we get double the jump box and the battery and see if we can get enough power to spin it. Get some electrical going here. All right, shoot it. Trying to spin over at least. Okay, go again. Okay, stop. We don't have any spark, so we got to check what we need to do for spark. Distributor. Oh, that wire's really loose. Going through the distributor. Tell me when you're ready. I got to hook up back up the power.
I'm ready right now.
Okay. Go. Okay, hold on. Go ahead and turn it over. I'm gonna see if we got any spark. No, okay. There's no spark happening.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay, come on. Nothing there coming off the coil, so. I gotta see if there's power going into the coil. Go. There's no power going into the coil, there's nothing coming out. All right, give it a shot. Nothing. Hold on. There's no spark. On? Yep. Nothing. We think we have coil now. All right, give it a shot. Nope, no spark. All right, Paul, what do we got? Tell us what we got going here.
Just redid all of the electrical point, plug, condenser.
All right, let's give it a shot. Come on, baby, give us something. Come on, booger. That ether should have done something. All right, we gotta check our points then. All right, that wasn't it. Okay, there's other things we gotta think about too. It could be timing. If the timing's off, you know what? Go ahead and try again, and I'm gonna mess with this timing real quick.
So turn it over?
Yeah. Go. Okay. All right, come around and look at that lobe and make sure I get it on the high again. That looks like
you're gonna go flat in any second.
Okay, so I'm top open.
Yeah.
019. Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a big gap there. It's bigger than that. We got it too big. And we should get a pop. Let's just flip it over one more time and see what happens over.
Whoa! The points?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. A teeny little gap. Dude, I'm gonna start it up again.
Okay, watch your oil pressure. See if you see oil pressure.
Yeah, there's oil pressure.
No way.
Came right up, dude.
Oh, is that the coolest thing?
That is amazing. The resurrection of the 37-year-old
Yeah,
sitting filled.
that's a little dry. We could rig up a makeshift gas can gravity feed gas tank and let it run for a second if you want to try it.
No,
Huh?
that's awesome.
That is
That's
totally
really
amazing.
cool.
And it sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's fire it once more. Let me get this. Hold on, let me get a different gas can. I don't like this one.
Heater works too. I tried it while I was in there. That's amazing. I can't believe it. What's the point?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little shot here. Hold on, let me get in a different position. Okay. I want to get where I can run the throttle a little bit. Hold on.
Put it up in. I'm gonna put it in gear and drive it around them.
Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, hot day.
Wow. That is so funny.
What do you think?
That is awesome. I can't believe it.
That is too cool. Way too cool. We figured like it's setting for how long? How many years?
37.
37 years been setting. And today it did its thing. Still does it. So you can get a kit, carb kit, because it's so dry, everything's just running through it right now.
Yeah.
You pour gas in and it runs out. But they dry out and all the gaskets just don't hold gas, and then you got gas running through them. So we got to rebuild the carburetor, pressure wash this sucker off, get a clean fuel tank, make sure we got fuel going through our fuel pump, and we can drive this sucker home. We don't need a trailer.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be fun. Pull up to the house.
Heck, we got water up here. I put a gallon in there, so it's not even overheat right now. We'll let you go up a little more, but it's not running out of the ground at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Pretty dang cool. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna try something. I'm gonna see if I can. I need the truck out of the way. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see if I can get enough gas in the carburetor to fire it and make it move and roll out of here. Hopefully we don't go super fast. Hopefully we make it somewhere. Clutch works. Let's see.
like that.
One more shot again. See if we can pop the clutch and make it move. It moved on its own power. What if I leave the jug? Grab the feed down into the tank, into the carburetor. That sounds dangerous. Where's the fire extinguisher? Go back fire, because we got enough gas to put in there. Oh, now the flat work. Come on, baby. Guess it isn't enough yet. I don't think our mileage is too good. Here we go! All right, we made it somewhere. We made it that far. We're gonna try one more shot. We loosened the lid to let some air in the bottle. Maybe it'll keep enough gas so we get it out of the way. We got her outside under its own power. So that's as far as it moved from in here. I just want to fill you in on what I had to do on the carburetor. We pulled the carburetor, me and Paul pulled it apart. It was pretty gooey in there. We sprayed some carb cleaner in it, cleaned the jets out. Then we took the fuel tank and pulled the plug out of the bottom of the fuel tank underneath the floorboard, and there was no fuel in it. So we poured fuel in it. It was clean. We didn't really get much trash. Filled it full of fuel and cranked it over, and we had fuel pumping out. The old fuel pump it picked up and started working. So we plugged it into the carburetor and it fired up and idled. All right, so Paul and I have been working on the brakes. We had to work on the throttle. The linkage wasn't moving the throttle. It needs time still, but we've got a little bit of throttle. So, Paul, what have we been doing here just lately?
Putting brake fluid in here, bleeding it out, see if we're gonna stop.
The reservoir was completely dry. We had nothing, and we put air pressure backwards through the bleeders, and then we got air going through it. Then we got fluid vacuumed. We put power steering fluid in accidentally, but then we got
You were supposed to tell me that.
then we got brake fluid in, and then we vacuumed brake fluid through the whole system and got it all the way down. And we got solid brakes. So we're gonna go for our first test drive. All right, we got something to make it go, and we got something to make it stop. So we're gonna go for a test drive. Oh, dang. You got brakes. We got our old seats out of an Oldsmobile or something in here.
Yeah, they're cherry right there.
Yeah, they are. There's a little rat crap down there. Big old something's been pooping in here that didn't need to be in here.
It stopped. That's a good sign. I wish we had a horn. We could get Selena.
Ouch. We're gonna go through my car wash here. It needs to pump it a little, pump it a little. Now hold it down. I think that's a timing issue. Let off a little bit, see if it, there you go. Is the speedometer working?
Yeah. Oh no, that needle's right there. I don't know where it is.
She's going. All down the hill. We got 3/4 of our thing full of.
Says we got a full tank. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, what's your brake feel like? Wow, that's pretty good. All right, let's see if we can get turned around and back up the hill.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know, I found it turns pretty sharp for
all that old.
You're going in reverse there. There you go. Oh, that's amazing. Hey, what are you doing, doggy? That's pretty dang cool. What do you think?
It's nice. It's amazing. 47 years sitting in the field. You did it, Ross.
We did it, Paul. It's not running cherry yet, but I don't think we're gonna do any burnouts. But it's moving. There's my wife leaving. And she's not surprised. This is normal to her, for me to do crazy things like this.
Here we go. We're going to get a shower.
Let's just pull back in there and we'll check our...
$10, $12, and $2. Dr. Pepper. Do you know that?
No.
You're supposed to drink it at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and
10, 12.
10, 2, and 4. That's their ad that they have back here.
Is that what it
Look at
says on it? Full metal can, back in the cab corner stuff down in there. So, pretty cool.
Yeah. You're a pepper.
So we're pressure washing it and scrubbing it down with a fine scuff pad, and all the brown's going off and the blue's popping out. That's the brown and that's the blue on top, so. Well, 13 years ago.
No, I was 13.
Oh, he was 13. Now you're
34.
When he was 13, he learned to drive in my 57. So we're gonna go for a little drive. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Don't hit the Ford going back.
Yeah, the Ford, he's worried about the
Or
Ford.
the Jeep. Still running a little rough, got a tweaker. Tweaker, that probably means something different to a few people. There it goes, down the road. There it comes, the return journey. That color looks awesome.
So zoom up on that screen. Just zoom up on this and just show them how dirty it was. That's what it looked like. Before your wife sees it. First, I want to say I'm grateful to my friend back in Wyoming, Brett Partridge, who gave us this truck. And then for my nephew that went and got it out of the barn for us and brought it to his house and saved it so nobody else got it. And then we've got it running. We've had it down to a car show. We took it down to a little cruise-in place, and we had the 30-30 in the window and the hay in the back, and it just fit in real well. Everybody loved it. But it's all stock. I mean, we've got an alternator in it, a fuel filter.
That's it.
And that's it, right?
Yep.
But I have a project. I got a 57 over here that's half done. I've had it for 30 years, and I don't need another project. Should I tell them the story about the kick in the crotch thing? I don't know if that's appropriate, but I'll tell them.
Yeah, dude.
So when I picked this truck up, my nephew said that one of his family members said, I'd rather have you kick me in the crotch than take that truck home. And I said, now tell me why that is. And he says, well, if you kick me in the crotch, the pain's going to go away. But if you take that truck home, it's going to be a pain for a long time. And so
It's good pain. It's a good pain.
So I have a truck. I was just going to let Paul tell you a story. So Paul, tell your story about your truck and what you had.
So I had a 57 Chevy when I was a sophomore in high school.
What year was that?
1957.
Hold on. What year was?
Oh,
what year were you a sophomore?
Yeah.
Paul's not greatest at math. Remember when he calculated the years? He is a carpenter. My windows are kind of crooked, but go ahead.
I was a sophomore in high school in 1973.
Okay, so this truck was old then.
It was old then.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was fun. But I wasn't much of a mechanic, so I didn't have it very long, and I sold it back to the guy I bought it from, and wished that I never would have. Regretted it ever since.
How many of us wish we never would have sold a lot of cars, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure we could come up. So why don't you go in and comment, what car do you wish you hadn't sold?
Yeah, my wife had a 68 Camaro. She wished she hadn't sold that too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've been looking a long time, Russ.
How many years? Well, since then? I mean, when did you wish you hadn't?
Probably right when I sold it. But,
So,
who would have known?
Yeah, today. So, I got a project. Paul's going to pay for my trip up to Wyoming to get the truck, and I'm going to turn it over to Paul and let him take this project. And him and his boys are excited about it.
Yeah. Russ, it's awesome. We are excited.
Thank you. When we went down to the car show, I kind of realized down to the little cruise-in how excited his family was on potentially getting the truck. We were talking about it. It was in the plans.
But his boys all showed up with their wives, and his wife came down, and we got to show the truck to everybody that was there, and it was kind of fun to be together. So
It was.
we got it running. Now Paul's going to do what he wants to do. He's got the seat in the makings to get a new seat, get rid of those Oldsmobile bucket seats or whatever they are. Get back to the bench, and I don't know if he's leaving it patina. I don't know if he's going color. I think he's going to go step at a time.
Step at a time. Enjoy it as I go.
Enjoy it as you go. So good deal. Thanks.
Thank you, Russ.
You bet. Paul's taking it home.
Taking her home, Russ.
He's got to climb up the hill. There she goes. It'll live another life.